Welcome back! So today I want to talk about chronic illness and chronic pain and what it's like to live with one or both and how to deal with it. Essentially, recently, I think I said in one of my previous videos about depression, I was going to go see a therapist, which is not out of the normal for me. Like I go see one, or at least I try to see one every few weeks or whenever I need to. However, at this point, I hadn't seen a therapist or at least a counselor in quite a few months. So it was probably since summer of 2016. I had been sort of talking to her about what it was like to go through everything that I've been through. And the word that came to her the most was the fact that I was resilient, which I didn't necessarily agree with 100%. I don't think that's a bad word. I mean, it's kind of nice to be told that you're really good at handling situations. Well, no, not even that. I think it's just nice to be told that you bounce back and you have a good coping mechanism with other things. So you're very resilient to what life throws at you. And I was not born that way. I was not, well, I probably grew up more resilient than other kids in some aspects, I'm sure. Anyway, the point is, I was telling her how bedwetting had been a big factor in my life, how I have always had issues with my bladder. I had told her that I broke my back twice 3.5 years ago, and just kind of suffering the effects of that and such. So through all the life traumas and stuff, like you can't really hold on to everything every single day, otherwise we would not ever get out of bed in the morning. But what I did tell her was I was trying to find a way to kind of grieve the life that I thought I had before bedwetting and overactive bladder sort of took over, and also the back issues I have, and then kind of go from there, which is a good, healthy way to think of it. I thought it was a very neat phrase to say that you were grieving the life that you once had in order to replace it with the life you do have now, and going through not feeling so upset with that. I think I'm phrasing it pretty poorly, but there's a couple different links I want to share at the in the description of this video that I found really helpful. And again, not necessarily 100% relative to my situation, but you can glean anything from what you need to see from those videos. I'd like anyone who's watching this video to click on those videos. The first one is a YouTuber, which I follow and watch every single one of her videos. She's amazing. Her name's Kati Morton, and she does such great videos, such great work with handling different kinds of eating disorders and mental illness. She's an LMFT, which is a licensed family and marriage therapist, and she specialized in eating disorder clinics when she was first starting out, and I've just been following her for a long time. I think her videos are amazing, and one of the videos, actually a couple of them, but I'm going to share the one that was recently posted, was about dealing with chronic pain and depression and that was really applicable to me at the time when she posted this video and everything. So when I watched it, I was like, yeah, you really do have to grieve the life that you thought you were going to have in order to replace it with the life you have now, because you can't really live every day well in the way that you are if you're thinking about, you know, I wanted to do this, I wanted to have these expectations and things planned out for my life, but now they've been thwarted by the fact that I have blah, like that kind of thing. And then the second video I thought was really important to watch at the time also was Jennifer Brea did with TED Talks. Her story is incredible and extremely terrifying. I'm going to be honest, it's terrifying. Jennifer Brea is a lady who had all these expectations and plans and amazing things going for her in her life, and she was, I think she said 25 when she first experienced her, what was to be her first symptom of chronic fatigue, which she will later, I can't really pronounce it, but I mean, she does explain how that came to be, and I think for the past 5 years she's been, or longer I think now, but she's been dealing with how to live life in a different, completely new fashion way that she never experienced, never thought she would experience. Like, these are things. So the thing I wanted to say was, like, it's so easy to just kind of say, and even little things, just to say, like, yeah, by age 25, for example, for me, say by age 25, I never had expectations for myself, but I'd say I did, and I had said by 25 I wanted to be married, and I wanted to be in a house, and all this sort of stuff. And, like, those are things, like, a lot of people say by age 30 they want to have a couple kids or something like that. That's not an aspiration for myself, but, like, that's just something you can ask almost anyone, and they'd say, you know, I wouldn't expect it to be here at this point. But I think those are just simple, you know, expectations that we set, goals for ourselves that, yes, may be easier said than done, and maybe never happen or something like that. What I'm trying to say is the intense pressure society puts on us to become something and to do something with our lives, and then all of a sudden for it to be, for simple tasks like walking, talking, going to the bathroom and stuff like that, to be taken away from us, really just kind of is a big FU. The thing I wanted to say was that we, as people who have any ongoing lifelong issues and or now are lifelong issues, I think it's really important, something that's never really talked about often, unless I'm just in some sort of bubble, is to kind of grieve the life that we planned for ourselves and the life that we had set in motion at one point. Say you had gotten in a really bad car accident, or you, I don't know, fell off a horse. So there's things that, you know, can hinder the life that we had planned. Like, I would imagine that if you were paralyzed, all of a sudden you wouldn't be able to, you know, do a lot of activities with people that you were very associated with, and then you can't enjoy those fun things that you once enjoyed, like that kind of thing. So, but those are visible issues for the most part. Like, if you're paralyzed, normally you're in a wheelchair or you have some form of walking aid. The thing is that when we have issues that you can't really see, but, you know, are absolutely present in your life, then you need to find a way to live around that. And, you know, I'm just slowly coming to terms with that. And I think that's probably why I was so anxious and upset for the past few months, is that I never really considered that this could be a lifelong issue, as long as it's been with me my entire life, having symptoms of overactive bladder and wetting the bed every night. You know, I never really thought that that would be either there forever, even though, you know, as soon as my surgery's coming up in 10 weeks, my surgery's coming up in 10 days, I'm super excited about it. Like, no joke, I'm really hoping this really goes well. Like, I think I have a bit more of a positive outlook on it than I did when I was getting it done in November of last year. After my surgery in November, and when things started not working out, my bladder was still super overactive and I was still wetting the bed and everything remained normal at that time. Yeah, I was very disappointed and very hurt and upset and angry and all that kind of stuff. And it was taking a toll on me every single day and every single night. And I just didn't know where to go and how to do anything with my life. I felt so disappointed, upset, and defeated. And so then I made this YouTube channel to find other people who also felt the same way. And that's the thing, is that I know that a lot of you who are commenting and writing to me and stuff like that have different but similar issues as me, and then a lot of them either have already got a diagnosis that, you know, could be something such as MS or some other diagnoses that I can't really pronounce and remember, but those are things that I think are horrible that you guys are going through, and that this is something that, you know, affects us all. Like, we all have a similar issue, whether it's bedwetting or overactive bladder, but, like, I don't know how everyone else is doing it. And like, you just kind of live your life, and it's just, that's always going to be there kind of thing. That's, like, from what I'm gathering from a lot of you, is that that's life from now on. and you've accepted it already. And I think that's amazing, and I wish I could be like that. But that's the thing, is that I'm trying to what I'm trying to say is that we need to grieve the life that we thought we were going to have and what we thought was going to be a normal life and replace for what we've been given. And nothing wrong with what we've been given. It makes us a stronger person, I think, personally, but I never anticipated, having chronic back pain or having chronic bladder issues forever. And the thing is, like, after the surgery comes up in April and, I'm back to work and healed and everything, and if my problem still persists with bedwetting and overactive bladder, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't know what my doctor's going to want to do. And I don't know any of that. And really, to be honest, I'm actually quite happy with not knowing right now. I just want to get through what I've got going on right now and go from there. And that's like a first. Like, I'm actually quite content with where I am right now. Speaking of right today, like, I don't know about next week and everything, but I'm actually doing okay. And I just want, everyone else to feel that way too, and come to terms with, like, mourning the life you had, or mourning the life you thought you were going to have, and grieving the fact that you'll likely never have what you had anticipated, whether it was becoming a doctor or a musician or a vet or anything that was your aspirations in life, and they're now going to be sort of intertwined with what you've got going on now. Do what you can, not what you can't. In the first video with Kati Morton, she does talk about a video she did with Hank Green, who is also an entrepreneur and YouTuber and everything, and he's amazing as well. He talks about his chronic illness and how he had to grieve the life that he had once thought he was going to have and everything. And I think that's just a super important message, and I just really wanted to share that with everyone. We are human. Things happen, and I just think it's super important to respect that, just let the things that have happened happen and work that into your life. I just think it's super important. I don't think we really talk about that very much. I think that kind of gets turned into things like alcohol abuse and drug use and anything else that kind of turns into a coping mechanism instead of dealing with the issues that we have. Like, I'm kind of trying to relay that to myself, like, and then was telling my therapist all this. I'm like, I think I really have to grieve what I thought was going to be a normal life in place for what I have going on now. And I just don't know if I'm ever going to have this. I don't know. I don't want to know what's going to happen. That whether this surgery coming up is going to, like, completely fix my issues, which is actually not even guaranteed to, obviously, but it's not guaranteed to be 100% fixable. I knew that going into this, but the thing that threw me off was that I thought once the surgery was done in November that I would have some sort of relief from my bedwetting and overactive bladder symptoms, but it didn't. And then I'm here now, and I still have this amazing doctor, and I really appreciate everything he's doing for me and everything. So whatever, it's just a matter of being happy in the skin you have and accepting yourself for it, because we really don't have a choice. I kind of think this video is all over the place. It's been on my heart recently to kind of just be more accepting of myself and the things, and I don't really get embarrassed very much easily anymore. Obviously, I'm sharing everything with the world at this point, so what could I possibly be embarrassed of anymore? But that was just the message I wanted to say today, and I think that's super important, and to tell people that is not shared enough. We need to be more we don't need to be anything, but I'd like us to be more accepting of each other and stuff. So if you have any questions, or if you want to share anything, please leave it in the comments below. That would be great. Love reading all your comments and everything. And please subscribe if you aren't already. I know this channel is very new. It's not as active as I'd like it to be, but life happens. So please subscribe if you're not. I do enjoy making these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. So thank you for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.